Xoprod, a land created and protected by the Stuxlans to house the young people of the mainland. The people were happy and prosperous until the Sigil plague started. The illness hit the mainland hard, infecting and killing its people from the inside out. They begged for help from their saviors, but no response was given to their pleas. Like every illness, the Sigil went from a deadly pandemic to a random outbreak once in a while. Safe from the suffering, the people of Xoprod were angry. They turned against their beloved gods and formed their own nations. The realm of Xfel, the actOUT kingdom, the Prince Empire, and the kingdom of Akidor. The Stuxan king was angered by the betrayal of his subjects brought upon the land, and sent powerful soldiers to assassinate the rebelling subjects that called themselves rulers. Only his attempt didn't work. The four nations fought back against the king and proved that they could live without their so-called saviors. From the many battles and arguments, a war was proclaimed. For 200 years, all of Xoprod saw gore, blood, and death surrounding them. Though it was needed, none of the kingdoms stopped to rest.
Who are you and what are you doing in my kingdom? Don't you dare ignore me! Who are you? They won't answer to you. They're Stuxan spy. It's rare to hear their voices on the mainland. Not unless they're in front of the court. So what do you suggest we do? Bring them to Xfel. No way. She's a prisoner of my kingdom, not yours. With all due respect, Logs, you may have enough power to hold a court, but you don't have enough to crack a Stuxan. Bring her to Xfel and stand on the left hand of the queen. Then whatever conspires can take her back to Kaiafish. Shevkin? Shevkin.
Welcome, Stuxanian, to the court of Xfel. I am Queen Lavina, and I wish for something of you.
You're way too young to be queen. Where's Queen Eliza?
That is not an appropriate question for you to ask, Stuxan.
Ask her, please. Those words are not needed. Though she is right, it was quite disrespectful of you to ask such things.
What happened to her?
Lavina, you don't have
She
to...
died during battle. A battalion of Stuxanian soldiers and a couple of spies attacked the city of Arcadis on the border to the north. My mother, Queen Eliza, went to fight back. Xfel won the battle. Before Stuxanada retreated, they stabbed her through the heart. Now that I have shared information about my home, you will share yours.
What is your name, Stuxanian?
I'm Dara, House of Hackle.
What's a spy doing coming from the House of Hackle?
I didn't want to be boxed up in some court ruling over a territory. Becoming the spy was the best option.
What was your purpose in actOUT?
I asked the same question. Whatever was done there isn't a concern of you here.
That is true, but he is not of Xfelian blood.
I am the crown prince of actOUT. Therefore, whatever damage is done there is of my concern.
So, are you saying that the kingdom of Coyotish has an alliance with the realm of Xfel, and the prince of the faraway kingdom stands aside the queen of this realm as an equal? No agreements or accords to this?
Hardly.
So, two kingdoms stand together as equals with no fear of one another. Fascinating.
What are you getting at, Dara Hackle?
You could be an example to the rest of Xoprod. Though I may not be believed, I think that we can create a world where every nation is not haunted by blood, death, or war. Instead, it could be a place where it doesn't matter whether you live on the mainland or above it.
This is the dream of a child. What you think can be done is impossible.
Though it can be achieved.
What are you talking about, Your Majesty?
This war has to end eventually, and they have a plan on how to do it.
A Stuxan can't be trusted.
We're running out of time, Astrode. You may not tell me, but I can see that my people are suffering. They are sick and afraid. If someone offers it, no matter how crazy it is, we must try. I agree with what you dream of, Dara. What do you need from me?
The other rulers, and a friendly meal or event to speak of them.
I will send word to the Lady of Peren and King of actOUT and arrange a tea with them all. Until then, I will have someone prepare you quarters. One last thing. If you lied about anything within this room, or everything was a trick, I will have you hunted down, and the power of both the kingdoms standing in this room today is the last thing you will ever feel.
Are you sure this is not a mistake?
Hope is running out. When a spark comes, I will take it. I'm surprised they agreed to this so very quickly.
It's not every day someone offers a solution to war, Lavina.
Is it a good thing that they're interested?
It means they're desperate. They already have problems of their own, and war only makes it worse. Whatever you say today must be convincing. If they learn that I've sided with the Stuxen, my kingdom will turn into a never-ending nightmare. I hope this is good enough for your tastes.
It's perfect, thank you. Ah, Queen Lavina of Exville. What a beautiful setup you have here.
Very much agreed.
Though I must say I was quite intrigued at what you had to offer.
As was I. May I present to you Dara Hackle, a spy from the Stuxenian domain.
Stuxen? You brought a Stuxen into your home.
actOUT didn't stop you?
I knew this was going to be mad. Let me assure you, Lavina, this little stunt will not be forgotten.
Stop. Us continuing to fight will not help anything.
And what will? All the great kings, queens, and princes bowing down to you?
No. You see me as your enemy, and I understand. But what you all fail to see is the larger picture. Standing around this table are 5 people from different nations around Xoprod, without violence in any of their minds and heart.
At a truce where we will not attack, but we will talk peacefully as friends.
Though it is only a day, isn't it a much better day in the last 200 years?
It's nice not to have to worry about bloodshed.
Imagine a day like this, not being an occasion, being an everyday occurrence.
A world that seems like a dream is a reality.
Though this all sounds incredible, we can't just form this world out of thin air. There are lots of people who still want to fight for their countries and their victory.
There are no possibilities to this free world.
But there are. There are people who want to fight against war, and those who want refuge. We can create a safe place for them to plan or live out their lives in peace.
And where is this haven?
I have land in Stuxienda that will be large enough to forge a civilization, and there's an easy way to move between the mainland and it.
My people are weakened. We have run out of money to keep fighting. I'm with you, Dara Hackle.
As am I. I made a promise that when I become queen, I'll do what's best for them. And if this is it.
Your offer is quite tempting, and I wish to see how it goes. I don't have the final say in this issue, so I will pick the path my father would have. The kingdom of actOUT has suffered for far too long, and I am ready to bring joy back to its walls. We are all in agreement.
Indeed we are. I believe that a toast is in order. From this day forward, let it be known that the war is beginning to end. May it be known that the people of Xoprod have safety and security instead of fear and uncertainty. And may it be known that the 5 civilizations of Xoprod align together to form the Kokoro dynasty, the dynasty of revival and peace. To the future of Xoprod.
To the future of Xoprod!